Hi guys, Genevieve here. We have a full moon coming tomorrow afternoon, a little before 3 p.m. in the afternoon, about 2:48. And the full moon is going to be in Virgo. As you're probably aware, the sun recently entered the sign of Aries. So we have that fire and air energy working in conjunction once again. Or actually in opposition, if you want to use the correct astrological terms. Also, last week we had our spring or vernal equinox. So, spring has sprung, it is in the air, things are blooming, it's warmer, birds are out singing and chirping, mating, and bringing once again new life to the earth, which is something to be celebrated. This full moon, as most of you know, full moons are always a time of extra emotion, right? So there's always heightened emotions surrounding a full moon, and this full moon is all about love, with the placement of the other planets and also Chiron. But it's not all roses, unfortunately. The theme of this full moon is maybe unrequited love or love that has injured in some way, past emotional hurts from not just romantic relationships, but childhood traumas, family issues, dynamics, and issues involving siblings and your mother are all going to come to the surface. So, Libra, the full moon, is usually all about beauty, love, peace, harmony, all of those things, fair and balanced energy. Aries is the driver, the passionate fire energy that's a go-getter, that kind of kicks ass and takes names later kind of deal. They don't like to sit around and wait for things. So these two energies, when working positively, can bring about sudden new love, very passionate, very romantic, but also can bring some emotions to the surface that need to be dealt with. And the fact that Chiron, which is a star that deals with emotional trauma, pain, old wounds, is also the star of healing these things. So some things might be brought to light, or you might start thinking about things from your past, or they might come back. And you have to look at them, you have to inspect them, you have to work with them. It might trigger, of course, some hurt, some repressed emotions, but Chiron is also the healer, so it needs to bring these things to light in order to heal from them and move on. So that's kind of the theme of this full moon. Now, there is a great possibility for new love and serious love. So any new relationships that you're entering into this time should be of a very serious, long-term, committed nature, and it does bode well for them being harmonious and lasting a long time. But on the other hand, there is a tendency for current relationships to go through change and upheaval, and maybe some loss associated with that, some healing that maybe needs to be done. There is a tendency for jealousy and possessiveness. There's also can be a feeling of depression and loneliness if you're feeling unrequited love, or if you're grieving the loss of love. So try not to isolate. Try to reach out to those who can help you cope if need be. Don't allow your want or desire to be loved or be with someone just for the sake of it lower your standards and expectations of how other people treat you. There is a tendency for that at this time as well. I just want to mention that last year, for this full moon in Aries, I created the blend Cardinal, which I'm also going to be diffusing for this full moon. I said new moon in Aries. I'm so sorry. I'm a little distracted today. But a lot of the same themes are abundant. Spiritual help is out there. It's a good time to connect with your spirit guides, to pray. to look to ancestors and wisdom that they may have given you or can give you through meditation and prayer, to help guide you through some of the more challenging and work that needs to be done at this time. At the time last year, we had been about a month into the pandemic, and the losses and the deaths were already starting to pile up. So there was a lot of grief going on. And so this blend kind of helps you to deal with that. It really helps bring in the energetic spirit of your deceased loved ones, of spirit guides, of the higher powers and angels to help support you. But also remember, cardinals, the bird, are also a sign of new beginnings, of spring, and also symbolize lifelong love. Cardinals, like most birds, mate for life. And so usually when you see one, you see its mate close by. And also, the cardinal symbolizes, for a lot of people, believe that when you see a cardinal, it means the spirit of your loved one that has deceased is close by. And a lot of us take comfort in that. I'm going to bring this down and make it a little bit personal because this week has been very challenging. On Monday, my family suffered a very tragic and shocking loss of my cousin. And it's been a lot to cope with and to wrap our heads around. And the service is actually today, in a couple of hours. So that's why I'm dressed up. But on Tuesday, I actually saw a cardinal, and it just kind of it was a nice reminder that our loved ones never truly leave, that that they're still here, they still love us, that they still support us. And so just try to remember that, and try to remember you're always surrounded by love, whether you can feel it and see it or not. So again, this oil blend cardinal is really going to help support the healing and moving past some emotional traumas. And remember, love is all around, like I said, but that we have to be open in order to receive it. And sometimes we get very caught up and feeling lost or lonely. But sometimes we have to step outside of ourselves and really just kind of see what's going on around us and see how much love and support there really is around all of us. So my blend, let me just tell you a little bit what it includes. You might remember too, this is the infamous live video I did where I was slightly intoxicated. And so you might have had a hard time comprehending some of the things I was trying to convey in that video. But this oil blend incorporates dragon's blood, which is a resin. It's almost like a rock, and you can ground it down to make it into a powder. And then when you add it with other oils and you burn it, it turns into a like sticky tar-like resin. That is super powerful. It brings protection of your loved ones, of your home, and of the angels, but also helps you through traumatic, trying, emotional times. But that combines with all the other oils that I used, which include petitgrain that protects against panic and mental anguish. Angelica root, again, brings the support of the angels. It's very grounding. Valerian, sandalwood, all in the same. Clary sage is kind of spiritually uplifting. Frankincense and myrrh, we've talked about those a lot. Hyssop, Palo Santo, and I actually might even add either some black pepper, maybe some vanilla to this blend, in addition to what I did last year. Sorry I keep standing up, but Merlin, our puppy, is being a little destructive this morning, and I'm just keep hearing him jumping on things. I want to make sure he's not getting into anything. Stop, Merlin. Look, do you want to say hi to everyone? Yes, this is Merlin. This is how big he is now. Yes, he's sniffing, Mommy. Yes, I see you. I love you. Back up. All right. And there's Luna too, lest she be neglected. I hope you see my tootie, my little girl on the floor. Okay, so anyway, Again, I apologize for being a little disorganized this morning, but I am very distracted. We are going to be leaving shortly to go to my cousin's service. But I just want to, on another personal note, because of the energy of this full moon and because of my personal experiences happening this month, I just want to have a couple of words to all of you. I know usually a handful or so of you watch me every month. Maybe a few more will hear this message, but I just want you to know everybody's been through a really tough time this last year, emotionally, mentally, and some of us do better to cope with it and handle it. Some of us are very good at hiding it. But if you feel alone, isolated, sad, depressed, please know that people care about you. Please reach out for help. Not everybody's always wrapped up in kind of their own emotional drama and what's going on in their day-to-day world. And please know that it's not that people don't care. It's that they're also dealing with their own shit. But I think we all need to know that we're loved and appreciated and that people miss us when we're not around. And so if it's you that's feeling depressed or alone, please, I'll share the number again early or later in the comments here, but there's a national suicide hotline. Please call it, or please just let people know that you need them, and people will come to your aid, I promise you. And if you know someone who's feeling that way, or you feel that something's going on with them and you just don't know how to help, just know that picking up the phone and checking on them and keep inviting them to things, even if they always turn down your invitations, because they need to know that even though, yes, they might be going through a dark time, that people still care and people are there for them. And so sorry to be so emotional, but I just wanted to get that out there. It's a reminder that we all need from time to time. All right, guys, until next time, blessed be, namaste, and make the best of this full moon. All right, have a good weekend. Bye-bye.